JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 2 men arrested following seizure of assault rifle. 2 men were arrested on Thursday following the seizure of an assault rifle during a joint police-military operation on Granville Drive, Granville in St. James. The police said that about 3:30 p.m., lawmen conducted an operation when a premises occupied by the 2 men was searched. The police said an FN Call assault rifle was recovered during the search. The men were subsequently taken into custody. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigation, lawmen said. Man who fired at the police charged. Members of the constabulary assigned to the Clarendon Division arrested and charged 32-year-old Devon Blair, otherwise called Avatar or Dev, a fisherman of Baylis Avenue in Maypen, Clarendon, following an operation at his home on Thursday, April 15. Blair was charged with shooting with intent and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 5:30 a.m., the police visited Blair's home, and upon arrival, they were met with gunshots. The officers returned fire, and after the shooting subsided, Blair was found on the ground with gunshot wounds. 1 Glock 17 9mm pistol and 87 9mm rounds of ammunition were found in his possession. Blair was taken to the hospital where he was admitted under police guard. His court date is being finalized. 2 men arrested over cocaine seizure. The police said 2 men have been arrested in connection with the seizure of $259,100 worth of cocaine during an operation on Mountain View Avenue in Kingston 2 on Friday. According to the police, about 10 a.m., lawmen were conducting anti-narcotics operations in the area when the driver of a Toyota Probox motor car was signaled to stop. He complied, and the vehicle along with its occupants was searched, and approximately 0.227 kilograms of compressed cocaine was found. The drug on the motor car were seized and the men taken into custody. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigations, the police said. Woman abducted, then forced to take part in robberies. A young woman was abducted and raped, then was forced by her captors to take part in a series of robberies in Kingston last week. Reports are that the woman boarded a red plate taxi in Kingston Wednesday evening, and the male occupants in the vehicle held her at knife point and robbed her of cash, jewelry, her work uniform, and a cell phone. They then covered her face with a mask and drove to an unknown location where they took turns raping her. The following morning, they drove around with her in the same vehicle where they picked up other passengers and robbed them. She was subsequently released. The police are searching for the perpetrators to charge them with rape, grievous sexual assault, and forcible abduction. Police see second firearm following deadly shootout at St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland border. The police are reporting that a targeted operation was conducted in the community of Kilmarnock yesterday, resulting in a seizure of a second firearm following an alleged shootout on Thursday in the area, where 3 alleged gunmen were killed and a gun seized. A police source said that the almost 2-hour operation on Saturday resulted in a 9mm pistol with 5 9mm cartridges being seized during the search of a premises. The serial number and make of the firearm were not visible, and no one was arrested in connection with the seizure. This follows a deadly shootout in the community, which borders St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland late Thursday night. According to reports, a motorist was held up at gunpoint and his vehicle stolen in White House, Westmoreland. Acting on information, the police intercepted the stolen car with 4 men aboard in Kilmarnock. The constabulary's corporate communications unit said that about 11:05 p.m., the police were engaged in a shootout with the gunmen. When the shooting subsided, 3 men were seen suffering from gunshot wounds and taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. The 4th man, which is alleged tried to flee the scene, was found at a nearby premises. A Browning pistol was seized, and the matter reported to the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM. The police have issued an appeal for assistance in identifying the deceased men. Anyone with information on the identity of the deceased men is being urged to contact the Black River Criminal Investigation Branch, CIB, at 876-965-2026. Cops false start on both birthday party probe. Senior Superintendent of Police, SSP Stephen Lindsay, has advised that the police have shelved investigations into the surprise birthday party held last August for retired sprinter Usain Bolt, as the information was received after the event. The sprint legend was confirmed COVID-19 positive days after the event, which had international footballers Raheem Sterling and Leon Bailey among its guests. Both Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Health Minister Christopher Tufton declared afterwards that there would be no special treatment for the superstar and that an investigation would be launched into the event following a viral video of Bolt and guests dancing and singing at the party held at the Football Factory in St. Andrew to celebrate his 34th birthday. That matter was closed because the Disaster Risk Management Act is designed that the person or persons must be warned by the police to stop and disperse. If they comply, that will be the end of it. But if they continue, then action will be taken, the constabulary's chief spokesperson explained, saying that matter we could not continue investigating because we got the footage of the event after it was completed, so it could not have been prosecuted under the Disaster Risk Management Act for a breach. Last September, Anthony McLaughlin, superintendent in charge of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Unit, said that sleuths were still resolute, even though the superstar was COVID-19 stricken and some visiting patrons had already returned home overseas. An investigation is still ongoing to the breach of the Quarantine Act. Although a permit was granted, we still want to find out whether the social distancing rules were breached, and then with those who came into the country, we still want to find out if they actually breached the quarantine rules, McLaughlin said, promising that the probe would be wrapped up in 2 weeks. We will prepare the file and send it to the DPP. There's a wide range of things that can be done, he stressed. It has been radio silence since then. Last week, SSP Lindsay rejected the suggestion that Bolt was untouchable and that dancehall artist Moses Davis, popularly known as Beenie Man, was not given the same privilege. In the particular matter, they were warned not to have the event because we got information that the event would have been held prior to and persons were warned not to, she said. The police went and the event was happening. So because they were warned and they went ahead and did it, that constituted a breach. So what we're asking our citizens to do is to contact us immediately when you see these illegal events taking place so that we can apply the letter of the law, she urged. FID to probe with seizing $150 million cash in 37 court cases. The Financial Investigations Division, FID, is to move ahead with the forfeiture of cash amounting to some $150 million in 37 cases. Its move was pending a decision by the Privy Council, which laid down its decision in February, allowing the FID to proceed to act on the cases. Some of the assets had been held in abeyance since 2012. In a release, the FID said the cases had been stayed pending the ruling by the Privy Council in a local case involving the FID's seizure of cash from Patrick Spence, Corbitron Limited, and Frederick Malcolm Graham under the Proceeds of Crime Act. The FID said the cases gained significance in 2015 after the Court of Appeal ruled that any cash forfeiture cases started by notice and affidavit and not by plaint and particulars had commenced incorrectly and were therefore void. The FID filed an appeal to the Privy Council in July of the same year, and in February this year, the Privy Council ruled on the matter, overturning the Court of Appeal's 2015 decision. Directly quoting the Privy Council's decision in its release, the FID pointed out that the notice and affidavit, instead of a plaint and particulars of claim, did not constitute a nullity, and the notice should be treated as a plaint. Reacting to the ruling by the Privy Council, the FID's Chief Technical Director, Selvin Hay, said the decision will assist with addressing the current pileup of cases. This ruling by the Privy Council is an important one and warmly welcomed by the FID. We are now able to proceed with completing these cases before the courts, thereby clearing the backlog. The ruling also vindicates the FID as we continue to honor our mandate of taking the profit out of crime, doing so within the ambit of the law, he said in a release. The FID seized more than 9.3 million Jamaican dollars and US $201,321 from 2018 to 2020. COVID tally surpasses 45,000 with 137 new cases. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Jamaica surpassed 45,000 after the country recorded 137 new cases yesterday. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the total number of confirmed cases now stands at 45,004, of which 23,395 are active. The country's death toll also increased to 760, following the deaths of a 76-year-old man from St. Anne, a 79-year-old man from Manova, a 73-year-old man from St. Catherine, and an 86-year-old man from Trelawney. Of the newly reported cases, the ministry reported that there were 78 females and 59 males with ages ranging from 37 days to 94 years. 26 of the cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 22 in St. Catherine, 16 in Portland, 15 in Clarendon, and 14 in St. James. Westmoreland and Manchester each recorded 8 cases, while St. Mary recorded 7 and St. Anne recorded 6. St. Elizabeth and Trelawney each recorded 5 cases, while Anova recorded 3 and St. Thomas recorded 2. The country also recorded 128 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 20,519. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember, subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.